pegging the seriousness to that of the judgment made by the Supreme Court in 2017 when it annulled the results of the election, the presidential election. Because that, what essentially you said was that everybody goes back to the ballot because the channel, the process of this election had question marks, and that we cannot then bring in an individual on the basis of a question mark. So let's go back and make sure now that that process is clear.
It's true.
Is it just as serious as that? Because, and then how do we refer to people? And please educate us, Willis, because in as much as Justice Thande said that we will hold the implementation of this election and move forward in 2027, did she rule on how the individuals who are incumbents now, as you say, temporary incumbents, how the people of Kenya should then deal with them? Did she rule on that?
First, let me say this. The 2017 Supreme Court decision was a monumental decision. And that decision did not just happen out of the blues. The foundation of that decision was the minor care case that had asserted the polling station, because we were unpacking the Constitution.
Right.
So having gotten judicial interpretation of the polling station as being final, it became far much easier in 2017 for the court to say, I mean, those were final.
Right.
Why did you amend? Why didn't you vary or rectify those results? So the process question was sorted. So yes, that's why I said this is the second most monumental after that. And these are epochal moments in our Constitution. How do we refer to these people? The judge did not, in a way, in our judgment, address that question. It was a live question before. And that was not for her to decide anyway, because it was not a question that was being posed to the court to interpret. But nothing stops us as the people of Kenya from reading our Constitution. We've now been told what the law is. We are firmed to the date when we should be having our elections. 11th August 2026, Tuesday. Tuesday, you can appear at your polling station. But the judge said, if you don't find IEBC ready on that day, then we can wait. Now we have what I say the Constitution refers to as a temporary incumbency, Article 134. If somebody is told you're a temporary incumbent, it's a temporary period of incumbency. You are a temporary incumbent. We can call this administration now a transitional government. That they are now existing, not informed by the exercised mandate of the people, but as a transitional mechanism through to give the people an opportunity to go find a date that is convenient to exercise and to donate their sovereignty. So I look at William Ruto, I look at members of parliament, I look at governors. You are all former governors. You are temporary incumbents. That is who you are. And when you start performing executive functions beyond what the law allows you to do as a temporary incumbent, then even those may be questioned.
So should we not look at what the law allows you to do then as a temporary incumbent?
No, the Article 134 is very clear what a temporary incumbent can do. William Ruto cannot fire or hire anybody. He cannot appoint ambassadors. He cannot appoint judges. He cannot exercise the power of mercy. Those are what a temporary incumbent is specifically told he cannot do. That is the phase that he's in. Politically, he may not like it, but constitutionally, that's the law. Because he will ignore it, as we expect. But that is still part of undermining our rule of law fabric.
And what can Parliament do or not do?
Parliament, the 13th Parliament.
As we sit right now.
Like is of William Ruto, full of legacy politicians. Themselves, they stand accused. Their term expires. Their incumbency expires tonight. Their mandate that was donated ends. So even them, they are going to wish that Kenyans ignore this conversation, that Kenyans don't pay attention to this conversation. But they've lost legitimacy. They are existing not by virtue of a popular mandate. They are existing purely by virtue of a court accommodation to enable the people to exercise their mandate on a date and in a way that will facilitate the true exercise of the franchise of the people.
But okay, what kind of precedents